A lot of new business owners just start businesses and they don't really pay attention to how they do things. And this is how they end up being called a scam artist because they just want to get quick money and not really grow steadily in the business. Welcome to Karizme, the place where we help women transition from corporate life to entrepreneurship by launching and growing profitable businesses. So, would you please like this video, share this video with everyone you know? Be sure to subscribe to this channel and join the founders community. And also, don't forget to comment below any key takeaway that you got from this video. So I'm going to go over 5 different ways on how to grow your business without compromising quality. Number one, you have to define and uphold quality standards for your business. The last thing you want to do is to start a business and you have no morals. You may think this is not a normal thing, but this happens all the time. It does, and it's very saddening to run across people who have no integrity, no standards, no morals, and they're just doing things because they want a quick money grab and they don't care about how the other person feels on the other hand that just give you the money. This is how you set up yourself for failure because rumors are a real thing. Rumors will drag your business down. So I need you to really sit down and think to yourself, like, what standards are you willing to uphold for you to be in business? Are you going to be on time? Are you going to have a timeline on when you want to deliver your services? And you have to be clear because that is something that you have to put in your service agreement for your clients to sign. What are your standards? Are you allowing people to call you anytime? I used to hate when people would call me anytime they want. I had to start putting some standards down because it's important. It's reality because what happened is like in just like real life, people will slide if you have no standards. They will slip and slide all the way through because they feel like they could do anything to you. They don't respect you because you have no standards. You do whatever you want. So they're gonna do whatever they want. Last thing you know, you will start, apologizing online for not doing things you were supposed to be doing in the first place. And then you have to recoup and go on a PR situation and having to fix a problem that you should have had in the first place. This is why we're having this video, having this conversation, this chit chat, this founder to founder chat. Don't do that. Put your foot down now. What are you willing to do or not to do in business when you're first starting out? And even if you are in a growth phase right now where you are employing people, what are the rules and quality standards for your employees? What are they not willing to do? What are they not willing to say online? That goes for you too. But what are you not supposed to say online? Stay away from politics as a business owner. That is a quality standard that I'm going to tell you to do. Stay away from commenting on anything political. You can keep your political advice or opinion or debate amongst your friend group, not public display. Because what you don't want to do is be impartial to one group and not the other, and now you only servicing one group, and you have pigeonhole yourself into a political party online when you supposed to service everybody. Everyone is your client, regardless of race, discrimination, gender, everything, political, everything. You are DEI. Your business is DEI. You accept everybody. Because what is the point of discriminating against a certain group when they all need services from you? They all need things from you. So be impartial all the time online, even if you don't want to. I know it will itch you to comment. Just don't do it. Just avoid it, honestly. Some standards you can have is, of course, delivery, time delivery on services and goods, especially if you are someone who needs time to create such thing. So if let's say you are a creative, you do web design. I used to be a web developer. I still am, but not with this. So as a web developer, I know a simple 5 page portfolio website or someone who just starting out like as a lawyer that can be created in maybe 5 hours at the most, right? But I'm gonna need a lot of information from the client so it could be done within 5 hours. So I'm not going to say I'm going to finish your website in a day when you haven't given me your company overview, your services list, where are you located, how you want people to contact you, do you want them to pay online, do you want them to only send you a email, or do you want to have appointment set up on your website? Do you have your pictures done? Do you have your branding done already? Do you like on there's a full list of things I would need prior to developing this website. Like, have you already purchased your domain, like your .com, your .org, your .net? Have you purchased that? Sometimes they haven't. So you got to have a customer questionnaire for a service business. Figure out like what they need ahead of time so you don't waste your time. The questionnaire avoids uninterested people. The questionnaire avoids uninterested people. So if your standard is they have to fill out this questionnaire, then that's what it is. And if they don't want to fill it out, it's okay. Let them go because they were willing to waste your time anyway. If they were truly interested, they would fill it out. So there's no point of like grabbing their attention and feeling some type of way that they don't want to feel your questioning because that's your standard in business. If you're saying like I'm closed after 6, you close after 6. Don't pick up the phone call. Don't text back. Text in the morning when you open. Hmm. Or if you only work by appointment, just be like, here's the link, make the other appointment, and I'll see you when you set up the appointment. You have to be tough. You have to be cutthroat. That's what it is. Because if you're not cutthroat, they will run you over. They will tell you, like, the customer will run your business. Yes, they like to go with the fact that a customer is always right. The customer is always right if you messed up. But in the beginning, they're not right. If you messed up and you know you messed up in delivering what you were supposed to deliver, like let's say you set it on your website, your standard is I will deliver whatever you purchase on my website within a week, and they don't get it within a week, and they want a refund even though like you don't have your item back or you haven't got your item back, you got to have a process. Tell them, okay, I will refund you if you send me my item back. Until then, ain't no, I'm not giving you no money back. So if that's the standard you want to set, make sure you put that on the website in full black and white. So you have to define and uphold your quality standards for your business because this is how they're going to respect you. The same way they respect Beyonce when she said she's not going to do something, you just have to respect it. You have no choice but to respect it. Because why not? What's it going to do? What you going to do? What they going to do? They're your rules. They're not their rules. This is your business, not their business. So have rules. Number two, create processes to maintain consistency. I think I slightly touched on this about having the questionnaire to start. That is one way to have a process. Your process needs to have at least 5 steps. Those 5 steps are somewhere along the lines of how to make your life easier and their life easier. Okay. The process, I believe the first one is awareness, making people know that you exist. Okay. That is your first process, is the awareness process. Just marketing in general, putting yourself on social media, online, website, running ads, all these things is awareness process, right? Consideration, this is where like you start offering people something and then they put an interest that they are interested. right? So an interest consideration process would be like you offer them a service and they inbox you or call and inquire about your services. This is the sales process of you answering their question, or if they roaming on your website, their questions should be answered on the website. You should have what they call frequently asked questions tab, just to avoid redundant question that they're gonna call you for, that you could have been like, it's on the website, it's already on there, but no problem. Like, anticipate their needs, anticipate their questions, so that way you have consistency. Because if you already have like, if you already brainstorm what questions they will be asking, it's easier to answer them when they come up, right? So in the consideration process, make sure you find a way to answer their question, right? And when they make the decision to purchase from you, whether it's a good or a service or an item, um, make sure you have the process of how to deliver that product. And the process could be, like I said, having the questionnaire, having an email follow up, saying thank you for buying this, or reserving this. Thank you for making the appointment. That follow up email, and also have a follow up email again to remind them of the appointment coming up, so that way you don't have any missed appointments and no call no shows type of situation. You can also add a phone call as well, just if you have the time and the effort, you can put another additional steps into that follow-up process. And then during the appointment, make sure you have your customer questionnaire, an overview sales pitch. We'll discuss that in a different video, but you will need a sales pitch during that time that you guys meet in person, because when you start having the sales pitch with them, it makes it easier because you anticipate their question. You're going to ask them a question knowing that you know what they're going to say or what they should say. And if they say something else, that means they're not ready to buy. Okay. So in the decision process, doing that sales, pitch that you're doing, whether it's over the phone or in person for the appointment, at the end of the appointment, two things will happen. If everything goes well during your sales pitch and they keep answering yes to your probing questions, they should say yes at the end. You will have objections, which we'll go over. Some of the objections will be about three different things. It's either I got to think about it, or they're not ready to pay for it financially now, or they just don't trust you. So, in the spirit of them not trusting you, you have to find a way to ask them, like, hey, is there anything else you'd like me to go over? I can answer for you. I'm here. We have a full hour of this appointment. Ask me questions. That's what I'm here for. Ask me all the questions that you needed. This is like, a sales call or the consultation, however you want to call it. It's still a sales call. That's what it is. It's a sales call that people would try to avoid. All right. So in this sales process, the sales call or the sales meeting, consultation to me is a sales meeting, and I'm here to close, right? However, I let them ask me any questions, and I would try my best to answer the question, and then I bring it back again and try to make them close, try to make them buy. And if they buy, then you got to have a follow-up process for when they buy. And then when they say, you know what, I'm not ready at this time, have a follow-up for when they're not ready at this time. That is another one of your processes. So you got to have a process in general on how the business run. And then you got to have a process for when they say yes in the decision phase, and you got to have a process when they say no in the decision phase. I've had people I have had consultation with before in a different business than this, where they will call me 3 months later, 5 months later, even a year later to do business with me, because I let them feel comfortable to ask me questions during the sales meeting, that I didn't feel pushy. Because in my mind, you need my services. You need what I have to offer. You either want it now or you gonna want it later. However, if I have one opportunity to meet with you, I'm going to make sure I leave an impression every single time because this is my livelihood. You either gonna buy from me today or you gonna buy from me, period. You're gonna hear from people that deal with me and how great I was. And then the snowball effect happens. You're like, wait, I heard of this woman before. I had a meeting with her. I just wasn't ready at the time. And you start hearing good news about you from somebody else, and then they call you and they say, hey, I'm ready. Now your job is to deliver. Now, if you don't deliver, that's your fault. So if you don't deliver, you have to accept it and bite the dust and pay them the money back. Refund, whatever you gotta do. But if you have your quality standard is to do no refund, then stick to it. No refund. You can do exchange like Fashion Nova does. They do exchange or store credit. So the store credit in my case would have been like, okay, I apologize for, not delivering in time. I'm willing to extend it for another month to make it up. No charge. So how can we fix this? And most times you're dealing with people. People are real, okay? If you're dealing with people, sometimes if they see you're sincere in your apology, you don't have to like super explain what happened to you. Just um just taking responsibility for you messing up is already good enough for a lot of people. So just taking accountability goes a long way. And when you take accountability for a lot of things that you do, it allows people to trust you and allow people to like, okay, I'm willing to give this person another chance because they seem sincere. So be sincere in when you mess up, all right? And make sure like you build that consistency throughout your processes, and that way if these things are already set up, it makes it hard for your business not to run itself. Honestly, it really does. It really, really does. The key in this is in the follow-up process. So you decide what the follow-up process is, how often you want to follow up with them. Do you send them an email, a text message? Hey, just checking on you and see like if you still have questions about blah 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 blah, or like happy birthday if you did get the birthday from the questionnaire that you took down. Okay, so things like that you have to keep in mind of how to keep up with having a sound business process. All right, and then next thing is number 3 is train or find reliable team members. All right, so this is someone who already have enough capital to hire. Do not get people if you have no capital. I made this mistake when I was 21 years old because I hired an assistant knowing I didn't have the money. I was rolling on faith and a mustard seed. Okay. I just like, for me, I was delusional. I was so delusional in business that I just knew it was going to work. And it worked. I'm just saying, don't be that. Don't be delusional like me because I can do it. Doesn't mean you got delusional ways. But if you just as delusional as I am, you can hire a really good assistant and pay her how you can pay her. At the time, this was what, 2011. I was paying her $8 an hour. It wasn't much. I didn't need her for a lot, but she did what needed to be done at the time. At the growth that I was at the time, she did exactly what I wanted her to do. But what I needed was someone to help me with the processes because I didn't know how to automate my processes, right? So I thought by having a physical person would be beneficial. You can have a physical person if you don't want to do the sales calls or the sales meeting consultations meeting all the time, right? So if you want to find reliable people and you have the capital, for me, I knew I could afford her at the time specifically because I was doing graphic design. I had a full service graphic design company back in around 2010 when I started it. I was 20 years old. So a year later, I had enough rolling clientele. I knew how to sell. I knew how to get people to say yes to me. I know how to get people to sign up and pay me at least $800 for websites. So I knew I could afford one client was her income, and I was getting like maybe 5 to 10 clients on average per month. So it wasn't an issue, right? So if you're going to train or find reliable team members, make sure the amount of team members you have, you can actually pay them. Okay. Okay. I think payroll should be at least a quarter of your full revenue. So as far as an expense, a quarter or less of your revenue. So if you're making $1,000 a week from your business, then you got to pay someone 250 a week from there. And what is 250 divided by 40 hours? Well, that's not a lot of money, but that's a part-time person. I'm just giving an example, right? So if someone is giving you 20 hours a week as a part-timer, that still ain't no money. Okay, minimum should be $15 an hour times 20 hours. That's $300 a week. $300. See, that's where 30%. So you got to make, how much more you got to make? My lord, let's say $1,500. Um, uh, see, I can't do math today. 375, right? So you got to make $1,500 to be able to pay someone $300, and that's me being generous because you also have taxes to pay. So $2,000 a week. The moment you start making $2,000 a week, that's when you should try to start hiring. Other than that, there's no point. You are wasting that person's time because you're gonna be stressed about not paying them, like just in case you don't make enough money. So basically, your business, if you're making $1,500 a week, you're making about $78,000 in your business. That is a great revenue year. Okay, it's a great revenue. Now you got to manage profit. Then you probably be making 50K, right? So 50K. Don't be hiring people. You got this. I don't think you should be hiring anybody unless the business start making at least 250. 250K. If you don't have capital from like grants, business loans, or angel investors, don't hire. There's no point. There's no point to hire. So you might as well just automate. Automate the business. All right. But if you're gonna train them in the sales process that you have so that way they can be better salespeople. Like your first employee should be a salesperson, nothing else. Because you need sales. You gotta find a way to make more money. Sales bring in money. So salesperson, hire a salesperson. Number four is to use customer feedback to guide improvement. So customer feedback is where you need to be because they make and break your business. So if you don't know how to ask your customers for feedback, you're doing a terrible job. If they're not even willing on their own to do it for you, just off the strength of your customer service, then you need to review your customer service business process. So be sure at every turn, whether you delivering a service or goods or an item, if you're a commerce business, always ask them to do a review for you. Review slash testimonials can really help your business if it comes from genuine people. So we have places like Google review, you have Facebook review, you have um, Yelp review. If you are listed on Yelp because you have a physical location, then you can use their feedback to tweak or change some things or yell at whoever that messed up. Don't yell at your employees. That's terrible. You can get sued. Don't do that. All right. So take time as well every month to review the actual reviews. Like go read through them. Don't just ask people to do it and then like you don't really follow up or read them, because sometimes if you take the time every week or every month to review them, you can follow up with that person and be like, hey, I've received your review and I just want to have a chit chat with you and see how we can help each other out because I want to fix this. That's if you want to fix it, because sometimes some customers are trash, so gotta be honest. Sometimes some customers are trash, and it is what it is. If you don't want to fix it, it is what it is, right? You have your own discretion to do so. So if you don't want to fix it, don't fix it. But if you do want to fix it to most customers that are not trash, then you can definitely do so. So definitely use that to improve your business slowly and incrementally. The last one, number 5, is to stay focused on your mission. So the mission of the business should be loud and clear. It should be presented every single time on your website. It should be presented on your Instagram. It should be presented on all platforms. Okay. The mission should be clear. The mission should be readable, the legible. The mission should be everywhere. Like it should be very simple. Sometimes your company description would already have your mission included. Just like I said in the beginning of this video, is that this channel, well, Karizme in general, is to help women transition from corporate life to being an entrepreneur, to help you launch and grow profitable businesses. The mission is to help you transition. That's the first thing. Help you launch and grow profitable businesses. So I do 3 things, right? I help you transition smoothly. I help you launch your business, and then I help you grow it, right? So I help you with your business processes and all these things underneath with the academy that I do. But however, Karma, you have to create a mission and you have to stick to the mission. The mission is what keeps you going. The mission is your why. The mission is usually your why. The mission is usually like it's your why or it's your derivative of your why. The reason why I want to do Charisma to help women become entrepreneurs is because I was also someone who was dead set on feeling like I have to do more in life. I always felt like I was meant to be on my own. Like I felt like I was a go-getter. I felt like I was a self-starter. And I always felt like I can't be tied down. So if you're someone who always felt like you are meant for something bigger in your life and you are not stuck just in being in corporate and you want to be your own person, you want to make your own dreams happen, you want to make your own path, I want to help you, cuz I started young. I was 20 years old because I just knew in my heart. I knew in my breaking little heart. I just knew I was meant for more. And the spirit of being meant for more, I'm choosing to do more. So if you're someone who just like me, I want to work with you because I know what it's like. I started young. I didn't have all the tools, but now that I have the tools, because I've had 3 startups up until now, I want to help you. So this is why I say you have to be focused on your mission. My mission is simple. I want to help other women become a better woman in business. So let's work together. So again, stay focused on your mission because that's what's going to keep you going. When all else fails, when employees are leaving, people are leaving, customers talking bad about you online, they're just doing things that just feels like the world is against you, always revert back to your why, because this is why you started. This is the mission. This is what makes your spirit thrive. This is what makes you happy. Do the thing that makes you happy, no matter what that is. It could be as simple as I want to be an author. It could be as simple as I want to be a ballerina. That's still a business. People has to pay you to go perform. You know, people have to pay you to go perform. People have to, like, as a musician, they have to pay you. So think, like, as an artist, you have to pay you. So this is a business. You know, you have these consultation meeting where like you take on meetings so they can tell you what they want to hire you for. That's a sales meeting. That is a sales meeting. Most, excuse me, most meetings are sales meetings. So if they're trying to sell you on joining their event and perform, yeah, have your own sales process, you know. Follow up with them if they have to. Have your automation going for whenever you take on these gigs, take on these performance requests and things like that. So that is all I have for you today in this video. Please, again, like this video, share this video with everyone you know. Comment below any key takeaway that you have gotten, anything that I said in this video. I know I said a lot. I know I did. In this community, I will call you guys founders because everyone that started a business is a founder in my eye. So to join the founders community, please subscribe to this channel and let us grow massively on this wonderful community. And thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you next